and shit.
No,
Dame.
you don't think. Of course, you don't think that. I think you're gay.
That's fine.
I do. I'm not gonna lie. After the Puff stuff, let me say this. I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z. Not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about it.
Don't tell me what to do. I said it in your face. I don't care if you say I'm broke.
And I think you're broke in your face.
And I think you're broke. I don't care. That doesn't hurt my feelings what another girl thinks.
Girl, y'all better sit down for this one because Dame Dash just brought the chaos right back to the Breakfast Club. Yep, this was his first time returning since that unforgettable 2015 showdown where he and Charlamagne the God went head-to-head over business, ownership, and loyalty in the music industry. And let's just say, time clearly hasn't healed a thing. What started as a casual chat about Dame's latest projects quickly exploded into a heated back and forth that had social media buzzing within minutes. But here's where it gets wild. Dame didn't just clap back at Charlamagne. He went all in. He accused him of being on the DL and even hinted that Charlamagne might have a little crush on Jay-Z. Yeah, he said that. So, is Charlamagne really hiding something, or is Dame just stirring the pot? Let's break it all down now. Before we dive into the messy part, here's some quick context. Dame Dash has been all over the news lately, and not for the best reasons. Reports surfaced that he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and according to court documents, he's claiming to have only about $4,350 in assets while being buried under roughly $25 million in debt. Crazy, right? Especially for the same guy who once co-owned Rockefeller Records and helped shape hip-hop history. But the plot thickens. A filmmaker named Joshua Weber and his production company, Muddy Water Pictures, came straight for Dame, accusing him of filing bankruptcy just to dodge paying what he owes. Most of that debt reportedly comes from $19 million in unpaid taxes and more than $4.8 million in judgments Muddy Water won against him for copyright infringement and defamation. Now, y'all know Dame. He's not the type to sit quietly while people drag his name. So, of course, he pulled up to the Breakfast Club ready to clear the air once and for all. The interview started off calm enough, with Charlamagne asking about 50 Cent's recent claim that he bought the rights to Dame's classic movie Paid in Full and was planning to turn it into a TV show. But Dame shut that down real quick, and the way he said it? Phew, he made it clear he wasn't here to play. Just take a listen to what Dame had to say.
Yeah, right. He's capping. So I talk a different language than most people. I'm a boss. So number one, there is no rights to be bought. So I knew he was trolling. I did answer it. I just told you. He's capping.
So he didn't get the rights to it.
How would no one has the rights. Where are you going to buy the rights from? I wasn't planning on making Paid in Full about those people. Again, I was making my Paid in Full. And, you don't have to buy the rights. I was actually there. So 50 trolls.
By this point, things were definitely getting tense between Charlamagne and Dame Dash. The energy shifted fast, both of them talking over each other, throwing shade, and bringing that old tension right back to the surface. And honestly, if you've been following them for a while, you know this isn't new. Their 2015 Breakfast Club interview is still one of the most talked about clashes in hip-hop media history. Back then, they went toe-to-toe over ownership, loyalty, and how real bosses should move, and clearly, neither of them ever really let that go. Sensing the tension rising, DJ Envy had to step into Real Things back and keep the interview on track. That's when Charlamagne hit Dame with a blunt question. Why did he file for bankruptcy? Dame didn't dodge it. He explained that he's facing nearly $30 million in debt and that most of his personal assets are completely tied up or frozen because of liens. The only thing still standing, according to him, is his family office, which he's been trying to protect from getting dragged into the chaos. That's why, he said, he filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Not because he's broke, but to stop people like attorney Christopher Brown from coming after him for even more money.
Most companies aren't owned like rich people or rich families. They don't put anything in their name. They build their family office. So I filed because, again, I've had $20 million, 30 of taxes, but they don't bother me because in order to have $30 million means you made a lot. So in order to pay it back, I can't get a job to pay it back. I got to keep investing until I can pay it back. Nothing could be in my name. They put liens on all my accounts. So I filed because that guy, Chris Brown, has been suing me and I was going to make a bunch of very major family.
People listen, he's not talking about the artist and the singer Chris Brown.
Right.
Because people will think that. But
And I didn't mind you interrupting me to do that.
I apologize, but I wanted to clear things up.
I appreciate that. So every time I was launching something with my family office, he sent a letter saying that, you know, I'd owe the money, but it was my family office, but it muddies the waters.
And this is where the interview completely exploded. After breaking down why he had to file for bankruptcy, Dame Dash dropped a bombshell. He revealed that he's now the new chairman of Revolt TV and even hinted that he's working toward a full takeover of the network. According to him, he's already locked in a 25-episode deal for his podcast Bosses Take Losses and plans to upload all of it exclusively to Revolt. It was a big power move moment until Charlamagne jumped in and shut it all down. Right in the middle of Dame's announcement, Charlamagne interrupted and said flat out that Dame doesn't deserve to be chairman of a black-owned network. And that one comment flipped the whole room's energy from business talk to straight-up confrontation.
About to make some major announcements. You want to hear one? I'm now the chairman of Revolt right now, and I also I have 15.
You don't deserve to be the chairman.
I got you. So I'm now the chairman of Revolt with a pathway. You see, because he wants to trigger me, and I want you to acknowledge that. So I'm now Cam's boss, the chairman of Revolt with a pathway to acquisition. I've been trying to buy
Now,
Revolt.
how do we know this is not Cap? We didn't see this on deadline.
Can you stop yelling? Can you stop interrupting me, please?
Dame instantly lost his cool. He started firing shots at Charlamagne and DJ Envy, flexing about how he's on a whole different level, richer, more connected, and with people all over the industry who still owe him big favors.
Every day, your whole life, and you're not making no money?
Nope. Like you, Dan.
No, you're not like me.
What you mean? You say you don't have.
Do you have a
said
family
you don't make a lot
office?
of money.
I bet my house is bigger than yours. I bet all my houses are bigger than. I bet I have a better.
How old are you,
Stop.
man?
Now it's how old are you?
This is embarrassing.
You're embarrassed. Yeah, because
Come on, Dan.
I got you. I bet I'd like to see your view. Can you show me your view right now? Do you live in front of water?
You in my house?
Yeah. A view of what you see when you relax, when you're not here every day.
But the real twist? Charlamagne and the crew clearly caught on that Dame was big mad, so they stayed calm, letting him vent while quietly sipping the drama like it was tea. You could tell they were low-key uncomfortable, but they kept their composure. Then, just when it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, Dame dropped a bomb that left the entire studio in shock. He straight up accused Charlamagne of being on the DL and told him to come clean about his sexuality.
That is not masculine. And a woman, do you think he's masculine? Would you want this man around you if 10 guys jumped you? He'd run, and you'd have to run with him. I like my women to feel safe when they're around me. I don't tell people, and I'm not saying that's your way, but you're just not masculine. I've seen him run. I looked at a whole reel of, there's like a thing that says how many people bark. There's stuff that how many times you play with, talk about other people's genitals. You real masculine men don't do that. You said that some guys was throwing you kisses because they liked your paws butt, and you went back. That's gay.
Why do you have such a problem with gay
I don't have a
people?
problem. I have a problem with you. Wait. No.
Crazy,
yeah, that is why I
man.
pause. There's a lot of people like you.
That's crazy.
There's a lot of people like you that are gay that that pretend they're not, and that's not fair because you're running around.
That's not your
Stop.
business.
Dame didn't just drop the accusation and move on. He doubled down, hinting that Charlamagne's supposed secret partner might actually be Jay-Z. He never said the name outright, but the way the conversation was flowing made it pretty obvious who he was talking about. To make things even spicier, Dame claimed that Jay-Z had been paying Charlamagne to try and sabotage him behind the scenes. Of course, Charlamagne wasn't about to let that slide. He fired back with pure petty energy, clowning Dame for allegedly being broke and telling him he should start a new label called Det Jam Records.
You do.
You're contradicting
Your
yourself.
whole existence is money and material things. That's why now that you don't
Your
have
whole
it,
existence
you're
is
trying
gay.
to prove to everybody that you do.
Your whole existence is gay.
Yours is
It sounds like you've been paid to do what you're doing. You should be objective
You
on
need
the
to
radio.
get paid to do something. Then you wouldn't be in debt. Det Dash. That's his new name. You should start a new label called Det Jam. That's what you should do.
Not a fake laugh. Nobody's checking for that.
The internet completely exploded after that interview. Charlamagne found himself at the center of wild rumors, with people whispering that he might actually be on the DL and that Jay-Z could secretly be his man.
Why?
Because during the conversation, Dame threw some heavy shade, claiming Charlamagne had never once said anything negative about HOV. But the thing is, the Breakfast Club isn't known for letting anyone run with unchecked claims. So when Charlamagne fact-checked Dame and refused to let him ramble on unchecked, Dame tried to flip the script by hinting he was on the down low. And that messy move backfired instantly. The backlash hit Dame like a freight train. And if that wasn't enough, social media wasn't done dragging him. Just hours after the interview aired, users started calling Dame out for capping about being the chairman of Revolt TV. Journalist Lauren LaRosa even dropped receipts, flat out tweeting that Dame was not the chairman. Instead of admitting he exaggerated, Dame doubled down, posting a long response warning Charlamagne not to make up fake sources, or he'd face legal action. He insisted he had proof to back up everything he said and could defend it in court, but when Charlamagne and other sources exposed the truth, that Revolt was actually planning a statement clarifying the deal, Dame finally tried to clean it up. He explained that his chairman role wasn't what people thought. According to him, it was just an honorary title for a month, not a real executive position with any real authority. He later posted, "Here goes all the BS. I'm the chairman for the month. If I acquire, I'll be the official chairman. Please stop playing with words and just take your L." At this point, it's hard not to feel like Dame's living in his own bubble. Getting fact-checked on air shouldn't have sent him spiraling, but it clearly struck a nerve. Honestly, it feels like his real issue with Charlamagne runs way deeper. More like lingering resentment over his fallout with Jay-Z. And yeah, calling Charlamagne out and throwing around DL accusations just because he didn't agree? That was definitely not the move. Fans had a lot to say, too. One comment read, "Dame Dash is just bitter his old friend became everything he wanted to be, a legit, successful businessman. He always wanted to be seen as more than a hustler, but now he's become a joke and it's eating him alive." Another person added, "Harlem guys talk fast, overhype themselves, and think they're larger than life. Dame's just another one of them." Someone else summed it up perfectly. Listening to Dame call someone gay just because they disagree with him is insane. So what do you think? Was Charlamagne really hiding something, or was Dame just being messy and petty for attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and then check out the next video.